Want to start our interview. We pick up from where we put a comma last Sunday. We were talking about relationship deal breakers from a lady's point of view, and we were just sharing and trying to enlighten ourselves as a society. What are some of those things that women cannot tolerate from a man in a relationship? And I said, and people still keep asking, what about the women? The women's edition is coming soon. I keep saying that, so don't fail to watch this space. We are just beginning with the men, and most of you from last conversation, we cited issues to do with lack of respect. We talked about poor hygiene. There was being stingy. Some say they couldn't take a man who is stingy, and there are others who said laziness and lack of vision is also a turn off for most women in a relationship if you're a man, so know that. And one guy here, his name is DG Robim Kaliwao, defending the men, saying as much as ladies don't like filthy and stingy men, men also don't like ladies who ask for money every time, especially when they've not known each other very well. So in as much as you're complaining that you do not like stingy men, men are also turned away by women who ask for money all the time. So that and much more I'm going to be discussing with my guest, Dorine Katiba Achia. Thank you, Dorine, for creating time for us once again.
Welcome.
All right. So Dorine, let's begin with that particular point. Ladies are asking that men shouldn't be stingy, but again,
the man is complaining.
Don't ask for too much or all the time.
When should they ask?
Yeah, so how much is too much?
At what point should we say we've known each other long enough? He should ask himself that.
Yeah, but again, this issue of asking for money always, does it mean that the man is always the one who's supposed to be dishing out cash?
You hear them complaining was amekula fair. She didn't turn up. I'm thinking when you're in a relationship with somebody, you've set up boundaries, you set up your own unwritten down rules. I know there are those who write down rules and say we will be meeting every Saturday at 5 p.m. There are those who do that, and there are those who say anytime we have time we can meet. So if we did not agree on how to handle finances, then that can come in. So that gentleman needs to know at what point do we say we are comfortable enough with each other. Now we can easily say, this week I'm doing so badly, I took a loan, would you mind giving me kitu kidogo? At what point? So I cannot say that it is bad to ask for money. I am assuming we are having something nice, we trust each other. So what's wrong with me asking?
So it's not even wrong for the man to ask for money from the woman?
It's not wrong, depending on at what point do they know each other. I know there are those who will meet you the first time, and the following day, do you have 100 shillings? You're like, we just met. So
that's a red flag.
It's a red flag. You will keep asking.
All right. So, but then again, as we leave that point aside, very quickly, what should guide then how much is too much asking for money? Because men are complaining that it's too much. Ladies are asking for too much that we cannot even be able to.
And now in the too much, what is it for? When you have a lady in your life and she wants to keep up with the Joneses, she wants to keep up with her friends, her peers. There's a new weave in town, there's what in town. Watch the person you are getting involved with. Does this person ask you for money to top up her fees? Or she was buying a car and she's short of some cash? Or they have an issue in their home, they've lost a relative, they are contributing. Look at the things anaombea pesa for. Not going to the salon, going to the movies, then there's a new shoe. Check out the woman you're going out with.
All right. What else, Dorine? So let's leave money aside.
Yes.
What else is a turn off for ladies? Let the men.
The list is long.
This. Yeah.
And I want the men not to kill us.
Yeah.
Their part is coming. We are doing
this for good reasons, by the way.
We are trying to fix the country, as my friend says it. We are fixing. When you fix a relationship, then you fix up.
The whole
bigger
society
picture.
And the country at large.
Apart from the one people kept talking about, infidelity, everybody has been asking until we had to write something, remember. There's this one, dishonesty. These guys who are never truthful. You will tell them, we are meeting at such and such a point. They will tell you, niko mali fulani. Have you entered a matatu and somebody says, niko tu hapa City Stadium?
It's You're the common Kenyan culture.
Why are you lying? So there are such guys. So ladies are complaining, they are not truthful. Uongo mwingi sana. So when you keep saying I've gone for a workshop in Mombasa, but people always see you. They'll say, but we saw him in Kisumu. I am this way. So they need to be truthful. Why are they lying? It means there's something you're hiding. Yeah. Can I trust you? No. Yeah. So that's a red flag.
You could see it as a small lie, like it's harmful, but it could send a bigger...
It gives
picture.
back.
And ladies can overthink.
We overthink. You know, when you keep telling me this once, twice, they say once bitten, twice shy. So it becomes a habit until by the time you are now settled in now marriage, you're like, these are things which were happening, but I was not taking keen. So how do you change? Huh? You can only bend a tree when it is still young.
All right. As you take us to the next point, a concern from a lady who on inbox on Facebook, the habit of men thinking we are too little for intelligent conversations like investments, property, you know, shopping and all that. I mean, that is such a turn-off for her.
It is.
Why do you think there is a mismatch when it comes to such conversations in a relationship?
I will not mention those communities where they will tell you, even in the Bible, let me go back to the Bible, the days of Jesus, they will count the men and not count the children. The women were gathered together with the children. So if you look at your Bible, it say he fed 5,000 men. Have you ever noticed? Women were not looked at as very important. So their societies, even today, view women like that. Nilikuja kwa hiyo boma nikapata watoto tu. Sikupata mtu. Meaning there was no man. So I think these kind of guys have been brought up with such kind of mentality.
Yeah, how bad is this culture?
It is bad.
You know, you're investing as a man, you want to buy property, you don't consult
me.
You don't consult your wife.
You only consult men who might be your friends or your relatives. So because they've been brought up like this, or they've looked at the way some people bring up their families and they say, she will not help me. There's nothing she knows. That time, the woman might be more learned than him. So I also discovered that when they think we are at par, they think you want to mea pembe, you will be above him. It's not true. We are meant to work as partners. Yeah.
But let's open this up. There are men who fear that, you know, the moment you tell the woman everything,
she'll tell the
how
whole
much
town.
you're worth, not even tell, it's dangerous. You know, in the sense that there are some who are spendthrifts. The moment they know that you have so much, their budget now
increases.
Is a bit,
I saw a shoe, I saw a bag.
Because they know your bank account. At the moment you start telling them about this land you're buying, this property you're eyeing, they start thinking, you know, you have money and they can just spend it anyhow. There are women who
are like that actually.
So what?
I think the problem here is when the man went shopping, the kind of woman he picked. Bringing us to the next point, when you have different values, that is another deal breaker. We do not agree on our values. We do not agree on how to handle our finances. We do not agree on how many kids do we want. We do not agree on will we be going to church, or I'm not a church person, do we go to the mosque? That is where the problem is. Different values. My wife looks at life to be easy. So this man is thinking, let me invest. If I tell her, and because he shopped for the wrong woman, we are looking at relationships and even marriages, I'm assuming, Cynthia. So you shopped for a spendthrift. You allowed her to go Dubai. I should go to Dubai one of these days. Those shopping malls, you allowed her. Let me digress. A friend used to say when we were dating and courting, he would take me out and we will rave and drink and do all those things. Sasa amenioa, he does not want me to go. How? See where the problem is? When you've shopped for you, know that now we want to get married, we might have children, some things need to change. That is why I was telling you, some things which are not written down, you agree. You know, we can be going out maybe once a month, but when the children start coming, I don't expect you to go out and dance. There was Luo night. So now you have her in the house, you had gotten used to taking her shopping, Johannesburg. So
what happened?
Where was the problem?
But it's also wrong for the man to go alone. That happens. I mean, they want you to stay in the house because
that
now
is
you're
where
wife,
now,
but they continue with their former life.
Yes,
when
and my life stops.
And for you have to stay and take care of the children.
So that is where the deal breaker comes in. We must agree that we will be going out for particular kind of outings. Sio zile za usiku na kulala. And we have to go together. Agree. I see people taking their wives out, maybe for coffee, for dinner, and Luo night. There was Luo night. Was it yesterday or something?
Yeah. So it can happen.
It can.
I mean, let's talk about something else also that before I move to that, I just wanted you to clarify on what is the importance of a couple coming together and sharing in this vision, like in terms of investment, in terms of putting their heads together when they're trying to develop themselves. I mean, how should they work this out, and how, what's the value add in their relationship if they are to go that direction?
It is very important
for them who are still independent
to work as a team.
Aspect.
You see, when you have a salary and I have a salary, we know how much. This is where trust comes in. This is all about trust. I don't trust you, I don't tell you about my investments. I trust you, I tell you this is... I'm thinking now that the children have not started coming yet, we can look for some piece of land and put up a house. So that when they come and our finances yanze kupanda, school fees and college, we have something. Sit down, work as a team. You know, when you bring me into your program, I feel appreciated. But when you run around talking to other people, I'm like, but it is our house. It is our car.
You consult your relatives on phones. Yeah. All right. So, what else? Sorry, I cut you short on your list earlier.
What else is, when now you are not... Have you gone for funeral services where the man has suddenly slept? The wife did not know even where the man used to bank his money. She didn't know anything about his finances. So now the company calls her and she looks... a bad word. She looks silly. Like, you've been married 40 years. You did not know your husband had a home, a rental home in Naivasha. You're like, I did not know. Men watching, include your wives. If they don't look so interested, teach them. You're planning for the future of your children and the bigger picture, who is your family.
Anything can happen.
Anything. And it happens.
Many people lose their property and their savings just like that because nobody knew.
And another
you go
thing,
with them to the
another
grave.
thing, even if I had an idea, you did not include me, so I'm not part of it. So when you are not there and inapotea, I'm like, I never had a feel of it, so it's not mine.
All right, let's talk about the family ties. Now that this relates with that, there are people who would call, and it's not bad to consult your siblings and your
you can never cut yourself off from your relatives.
But it ties with the other point that there are women who feel concerned that in as much as they got married to this person, it's like they never really got married. The links from the other side.
They're still tied to the mother's apron.
How destructive is this?
In fact, let me go back to those who are not married. There's a deal breaker where somebody wrote, a deal breaker is that man's roommate. And I was like, roommate? The ones who are still staying with their mothers. He cannot think without her. He will say, if my mama is not feeling well, we cannot go out. That time, the guy is 38. 38, you're still living with your mother. If she's an invalid, employ a nurse. So such kind of men, then it moves to the question you've just asked. That because he had so gotten used to being told what to do by the relatives, the mama, the brothers, when we are now in a marriage, he has no say. But
you cannot cut links completely. I want you to help us understand how much is too much. Because you cannot cut links with your siblings. Let me give you an example. Yeah, you can't.
Let me give you a bad example. I have a friend who got married and the husband used to stay with his brother. So now when the lady is now the lady of the house, that brother used to visit and put on the man's clothes. She's like, those are Joseph's clothes. Say, yeah, but he's my brother. We share. Say, no, he's now married. And she wants him, the man now wants this lady to wash this clothes. She's like, you are our wife, you are our wife. You have no say. I can wear his clothes. So now when she complains, he goes home to tell the relatives that my wife is fighting my brothers because they are 1, 2, 3, 4. And then they say, the lady is not a good lady. Why is she separating us?
The family. So talk to the men. So how
I'm
do you,
talking to the men.
Yeah, how do you balance this relationship?
I'm trying to tell men, when you bring me in your house, I am your helpmate. I am your partner. I am your friend. First of all, talk to me, because we are building a relationship. Number one, you can choose your friends, but you can't choose your family. And you cannot completely separate yourself from your family. But what you can do, you can now say, I normally hear some pastors when I attend weddings, they say, where are the sisters? Simameni nyote. Where are the what? So the relatives of the man wanasimamishwa and for the lady, and say, you see these ones? These are the biggest problems in your relationship. Because if you do not tell them, you can only reach here, they will interfere with you. My parents or my relatives cannot come and tell us, you need to have this number of children. You need to take your kids to this school. You can suggest. You need to buy that land. No, that is for the two of us.
You can suggest.
You can suggest in a conversation.
All right. I want to
heated today.
Yeah, I wanted to tell us something else as I look at what's on social media as well. So what else is a turn off for ladies from a lady's perspective?
From a lady's perspective.
Because tonight is all about the men.
I wrote another one. He is not a feminist. It's not that we went to Beijing and I want to now put on the trousers. No. I want you to understand that we can be equal. You know, the ladies who complain that when they go to the offices and the men look at them and like, you are in the man's world. So now there are men who view us like that. You are my partner, but you want to tell me, hey, as much as you love Man U or Chelsea, the games are on now for the footballers. There are ladies who love football. When I was young, I used to play football. My little boy normally asks me, Mommy, which is your team? And I tell him, Banyana, the South African ladies team. So you will not tell me, because you are a lady, you cannot do this, you cannot do this. I'm trying to tell you, things men can do, a lady can also do. But I know I am a lady. I'm not getting out of it. So being a feminist, understanding that even ladies can become engineers, not just nurses. Nowadays, we even have men who are nurses. Most hairdressers are men, and they're the best. Most chefs are men, and they're good. So the ladies are saying, being a feminist.
Think about it this way, though. Unfortunately, if this person, sleeps, and you're left alone with the children, and all along they've never allowed you to know,
to be independent,
to run the home or to do certain things. These were reserved for the man in the family. How do you run the family?
I have seen.
How do you take care of the children?
I have seen. And it is sad. The lady was like one of the children.
But there should be limits. Even as you strive to do what the man does, but
you see,
you respect their space.
I know my space. You see, now when I'm married, I know when we come from town, I will not expect my husband to say, what are we having for supper? That is my place. I had organized myself. So when you are like, what are the children wearing today? The lady should know her place, the man should know his place. It is all about balance.
It's balanced. Humphrey Brevian on Twitter, you say, what I can't entertain is lack of respect and cheating. Collins Nyamonga, you say, nice discussion on Sunday Express. Though the conversation is based on pushing the boy child further into the corner, I believe in partners complementing one another when it comes to finances. That's Collins Nyamonga. Thank you for your comment. We're just about to wrap this up. We have very few minutes left, unfortunately. I want you to talk to us about something pivotal. Men, they say, are hunters, and they love it when they're hunting for something. This happens during the dating days. Women don't like it when the hunting stops. Why does it stop?
We are created to be hunted.
But why does it stop, though?
I think this
I believe cuts across. The women should know why why they push their men to stop hunting, and the men also should hear
tell us why they stop. I think when you see something you like and you pursue it, the adrenaline is in the pursuing. When you get it, the way the hunter runs after the lion, and now he's I found it. And then finally, they relax. And I've also been hunted. I've been found.
Now I can go and
hizo t-shirt za unalala na Sengengeni.
No, we cannot mention those ones.
Those ones. It's not allowed.
They've not paid for advertising.
So now, are those clothes which...
Baggy t-shirts, and you know them. Ladies, you know those t-shirts you wear
those
when you're going to bed. Those things we
wear on our head when we are going to sleep. It's not allowed. So the men are arguing. The Humphrey's complaining that we've pushed him in a corner. It's not true. Collins, we are just trying to make sure we have a balance. The hunting stops when there's no more chase. Yeah.
It's not exciting.
I'm in the house. So he feels like I have found her. You've heard them saying, "Si nimesha kuoa, I've bought you a car, you have beautiful children, there's a big TV this size. What else do you want? I still want you to tell me, you look so beautiful." That is a chase. I love the way you cooked today. You know, when I look at you, my dear, I feel complete. Those are the simple things women love. It's not about you sending me notes the whole day. When you send me every 1 hour, then there's a problem. That's also a red flag.
Supposed to be too much.
That's jealousy, where somebody was saying before we go off, jealousy is one of the red flags. Jealousy.
Okay. So why does the hunting stop for the ladies?
I stop hunting the man.
No. When the man is no longer interested in pursuing you,
and we are together in the house.
Yes. Why does it happen? Because sometimes some men complain that it's the ladies who.
Sometimes they say we push them off. We don't make an effort. That's what they say. If I was making an effort in my looks, I am okay. Niko hapa. Si nimekupata Joseph. So what? Yeah, nimejiachilia. So sometimes ladies, munisamee leo, but we also jiachilia. Another thing, the men also, I am in the house. So what? The chase stops. So he starts, because men love the thrill. He will notice another thing. He'll start chasing, maybe buying a car, getting a promotion, and slowly those things take first precedence. Or even another lady will come across us. So as he remembers how it was nice pursuing me, he starts the thrill again. So it's a vicious circle. So we are forever running after them.
And keep changing as ladies, keep transitioning, go to school, learn a new career, learn a new...
Change your hairstyle.
Yes, you look different. Because when you look different, when you're a different kind of a human being in the house, they'll be like,
read
I need to chase
books.
that also. Yeah.
Look
read
sharp.
Books, grow.
Tokezea na quote nyingine hapo and like
Pika chakula ingine tofauti. I feel like we can go on and on the whole night on this, but so far so good. I'm sure on this program we can never really conclude anything. Finish. But I believe that as we have these conversations, we're helping somebody, you're learning something, and you're changing your life in a way, in one way or the other.
Let's all put an effort in improving it. Let's do away with the red flags. We've seen them. Let's strive to just have a balance in our relationships.
Yes. Thank you so much, Dorine, for creating time for us. Dorine Katiba Achia is a marriage and family counselor. She's a songstress, also a mother of 3 big boys. Been married for how many years?
24.
24. And this thing still happen in your marriage? The chasing, the hunting? Just by the way?
Yeah. When I stop, you know, I watch him and I'm like, why are you wearing that? He's like, who will see me? I'm like, me.
I'm seeing you.
It's for me, not for anybody.
We should have this conversation very soon. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. We are going to be taking a very short break. John Jacob Kure is coming up shortly with the latest in the world of sports. Don't go too far.